Hey Virgo, and thank you guys so much for tuning in to your July mid-month reading. Okay, guys, so this will be from July 15th to August 15th. I'm recording it July 13th, okay? But I will be covering the past, so we'll cover all of that. A quick thing before I start, I did want to let you guys know that I am pretty much caught up with my readings, so I am able to offer them within 24 hours. Now, if that does change, I will make a video letting you guys know that the time, is now 2 days or, a day and a half, whatever it may be. But I'm definitely doing my best to get caught up with everything, okay? So let's see what is going on for Virgos. All right, what is going on for Virgos? July 15th to August 15th. And thank you guys for your patience just with everything. I'm in the process of moving. I'm out of here hopefully the 15th, maybe a week or two after, but I just have a lot going on. So, trying to get all the readings out now. Okay, what is going on with Virgo? Okay. Let's see, guys, what is going on? Okay. All right, guys. So your energy for this reading is the King of Pentacles in reverse. So let's talk about that for a second, because that's you guys. And then you have the Two of Pentacles in the reverse under that, which is coming to a decision. So there's something that you come to a decision about. But, with you guys having this energy here as the King of Pentacles in the reverse, whatever it is that you're deciding to go with or do, or who to go with, or whatever this applies to, I have to ask you guys, how much do you truly want it? And do you want it just because it's convenient or because you have to have it? Or, is it something you're truly passionate about? Because the King of Pentacles in the reverse, he wins things just to win them, but there's not necessarily any passion behind it. Okay, so someone who kind of just sticks around just because maybe they need someone to talk to. Maybe this could be you still talking to an ex that nothing's gonna happen with them. You don't want to get back with them, but you still text them because you don't have anyone else there yet. So that's the sort of thing that the King of Pentacles in the reverse does. So whatever it is that you're deciding to do, just make sure that you're passionate about it if you have the choice. Now, if this is with work, I can see you being the King of Pentacles in the reverse. It's fuck, it's I don't want to be here. You really know I don't want to be here, but I gotta make my bread. So if it's that, then completely disregard everything I said. But if this was with love or anything like that, then definitely reevaluate your approach, okay? All right, guys, so let's get into your past. So the first card for your past is the Knight of Swords. Nine of Swords in the reverse. So with the Nine of Swords in the reverse, you're coming to a place that you're just not worried. You're chilling. It's just you ended something, and you know what? You're you know what? I ended something. Life is starting in a new way, and I can't stress over this anymore. Yeah, you got. Let's see if I could talk today. All right. So you guys feel you're getting out of a toxic situation. You ended that and you're moving forward. So good for you guys. The next card you have is the Five of Cups. So although you're getting out of, a situation that was toxic, you might still feel the loss of it. And that's okay. But at least you did the most important thing, which was get out. And you're slowly moving forward. Okay? That's your energy there. Slowly moving forward. The last card we have is the Magician in the reverse. So definitely some sort of manipulation going on. Let's see what this manipulation is in reference to. You're being manipulated or doing manipulation in some way, shape, or form in the past. And it's putting you in a place where you feel like you can't move forward. You have the Hangman there. So maybe it's because, all right. Maybe you're just hanging there trying to see what the best option is. Trying to take a step back and look at the situation and say, is this something that will truly fulfill me? Okay? Because something's coming in or something's being offered, but you're just I don't know if I want it. Okay? That's why this King of Pentacles is here in the reverse. So yeah, a new start, but not something that's hopped on right away. Now, in your present moment, someone in your life or a job, company that you mess with in your life, there's a huge change within it, okay? And this is a change that's going to affect you. Because now you're worried. And you could be worried about having some financial losses and somebody not being completely honest with you. Okay? Yeah. The Emperor in the reverse, he's somebody who, he's not always who he says he is. Well, he's never who he says he is. It's kind of like an imposter in a sense. Someone, wearing a mask. And I feel like someone changes, they were being fake, or, a job, maybe the job offer wasn't what you thought it was going to be. So it's like someone's being fake, but whatever it was, whatever change that they had within them, you're worried about it, okay? This is something that you might feel like you're either losing money or you're just losing in general, okay? This could be emotional loss as well. The next card you have is the Seven of Wands. So regardless of whatever's happening here, you guys are standing your ground. You're standing strong. Why is the Seven of Wands here? Okay. So you may cut off whatever this is. If this is a person, you're cutting them off. If this is a job, you're leaving. Okay? But you're standing your ground with the decision that you make because you truly feel, it's the right thing for you. Okay? Especially if you're taking that King of Cups energy. Or it could be a water sign that comes in, but you're kind of, being very, very protective over yourself, like overly protective over yourself. So you're standing your ground with that and saying, like, if you want to come in, you're going to have to prove to me that you're going to be solid enough for me to actually accept you. Okay? Which could come back to this new start that you're, like, in limbo about taking, or that somebody else is in limbo about accepting from you. Now, the next card you have for your present moment is the Six of Pentacles. So finally, you are finding this balance again, which is great. Why is the Six of Pentacles here? You're balanced, but it's like you're waiting on something. Okay? Okay? And secrets may come out, okay? But you're making a judgment, and your judgment is to just wait and see how this thing plays out. Now, under the Moon card here, we do have the Ten of Cups and the Sun card. So maybe somebody was fake. Maybe there were secrets that came out. Maybe someone else changed. Secrets were exposed. But whatever was exposed was for a good reason. Even if you may have felt, guarded after finding out, it may have been a good thing. And if you guys are saying, like, Lisette, no, it was awful, and, like, nothing good came from it. Sometimes life redirects us in that way, okay? Sometimes we lose someone or something and we think it's the worst thing in the world, but then like a month later we meet someone else or we see an opportunity that had we been at this place or had we been with this person, we wouldn't have been able to take it. So let it play out, okay? Let it play out. So let's see how this is going to move along. Temperance, okay? So this is in your future. So again, you're finding more balance, okay? It might be hard for you to have moved away from whatever it was that you had to move away from, but you're still balanced. Okay. All right. A lot of cards fell. Story time. All right. So, just look at these cards. All right. Me like. Okay. So, there's someone that, someone or something that it might have been hard for you to move away from them, or it might have been hard for them to move away from you. And this person could have been a bit bitter, or you could have been a bit bitter towards, the end. But I feel like this person's getting cut out, or this situation's getting cut out. And here you guys come into this, like, manifestation mode where you're trying to bring on new and better things. And there's a change, again, within someone else. Okay? But the change that they have, it leads to a passionate offer. So this could be, with love. It could be with something that's more suitable for you career-wise or whatever it may be. But they offer you something that's a lot more suitable to you, something that you're a lot more passionate about, and you just go. You just jump right into it. So if it's on the love front, you know, maybe there's a fire sign that's going to come in for you guys. Okay? But whatever you had a hard time or you're having a hard time moving away from, I truly do believe there's better things coming for you guys, okay? The next card you have is the Five of Wands. So the Five of Wands, that's like that feeling of frustration. That's like, you know, petty bickering. Just like this back and forth, you know, I need to have the last word sort of thing. Let's see why this is here for you guys. Because you cut someone off and they're upset. Okay? And I feel like, you know, with that Nine of Pentacles there, you cut them off because you're like, no, I deserve the world. I deserve something better. I deserve somebody who's going to be down in a good way. You know, so it's like you're standing your ground here. You're standing your ground and you're saying like, no, I'm out. This did not serve me. I deserve better. Okay? Now, the last card you guys have is the Three of Swords in the reverse, which, you know, is definitely appropriate with what I'm saying, because it's like you guys are having a hard time moving away from something. And with the Three of Swords here, you know, there's just a disappointment that you're still feeling. It may not have been as strong as it was in the past. But here it's just like, you know that the pain is there, but it's kind of like, you know what? Yeah, it didn't work out, but I just have to live with it. And it is what it is, and I have to move on. And yeah, I know I'm hurting, but it just didn't serve me. Okay? But the pain is definitely lessening here. It could have been due to like a third-party situation, even if it was with work. Like maybe you were applying to other jobs and like your boss found out and was like, okay, well, you're fired. And you're like, shit, well, I haven't found another job yet. So like maybe that sort of thing. Okay? Let's see why this is here. Why is this Three of Swords in the reverse here? The Knight of Cups in the reverse. Okay, so somebody who's unreliable, possibly promiscuous. Okay? Okay. So here's the story, guys. You're still, you know, a little bit in your head about something that didn't work out from the past. Because this person, you know, wasn't reliable. Slightly being a hoe. You just had to let it go. You had to fall out. But with that comes this new beginning that's going to be emotionally fulfilling. So definitely work on releasing the past, okay? Because I see something really good coming in for you guys. Now, if you are still messing with the past, I think that it's just out of habit, guys. I don't think that there's anything too heavy there. I think you may have just been in a certain situation with a certain person for an X amount of time where it's like, okay, well, we used to talk every night and we used to do this and I'm not getting that and I miss it and I don't want to be alone because when I'm alone, I think too much. And when I think too much, I get depressed. You know, so it may be that sort of thing where it's like you're still keeping someone there just because. But you guys have to take that plunge and you have to be like, yo, I'm good on my own. And I'm telling you, when you get comfortable in your own silence, it is the most powerful thing that you could ever come by, because it's just like, at that point, when you're okay by yourself, when you don't need to talk to someone before you go to bed, when you don't need to see someone, you know, in certain situations, nobody can hold that over you. You know, if someone's like, okay, well, I'm not coming to your house tonight. Okay? Netflix, ice cream, popcorn, I'm popping. All right? So just put yourself in that situation where you're comfortable being alone. You're comfortable with being a little bit uncomfortable. Okay? And I know it's hard at first, but once you get that down, I feel like, you know, when you're living in this lifetime, that is one of the major things we all need to get down. So I do see new things coming in for you guys, but just make sure that you do stand your ground. Stand your ground. If there's something that you said no to in the past, keep it at a no. All right? And keep it moving, because something, you know, emotional fulfillment is coming in if you let it. All right? So let me pull you guys an Earth Magic Oracle card for those who are new. I pull these for your monthly and your mid-month readings by Stephen D. Farmer. Stephen D. Farmer should, like, pay me royalties. Right? Don't you guys think? No, I'm just kidding. Don't tell him that. All right. So here we go. What is some advice? And hold on, guys. I'm sorry. What is some advice for Virgos? From July 15th to August 15th. These cards are so hard to shuffle because I barely use them. Childhood, innocence. Okay, let's see what this card is about. I want to go dancing, guys. I feel like dancing would be good right now. I'm in a happy mood. All right, guys. So, the light from the heavens falls upon the children through the rays of the sun that illuminate their presence like a spotlight. This little girl reaches out to these bright beams, and these elements together portray an idyllic childhood activity for many of us who have had the privilege of exploring the natural world. The the blanket of lush meadow grass embraces a small pond, which leads to a more distant valley, one that is darker and shrouded by the very clouds that also produce this remarkable play of light. In their exploration of the world, it's inevitable that these children will at some point lose their original innocence. It doesn't have to be a permanent loss, however, we do need to live in the constant fear and anticipation of such an event. Nor do we have to reconcile the loss of that state of purity by constantly romanticizing the past and missing out on the present. What did I tell you guys? Stand your damn ground. The wisdom and faith we've accrued through our life experiences are keys to recapturing that state of innocence. The light that will guide us through any dark passage is the light of spirit from within that connects us with Source. Finding our innocence once again, we become aware that it was never lost, just forgotten. Innocence is not simply the lack of guilt or shame, but a quality in itself, one that you naturally possess when you come into this existence. There are challenges you have faced throughout life that have further shaped your personality and character. You have also encountered moments following a disappointment or loss when you turned sour or cynical, and no doubt have had times when layers of anger or fear blocked the flow of your vitality, your life force. Yet, in spite of all of this, there is a core of innocence that you can reawaken by releasing any shame that has covered over the truth of who you are. Take any opportunity to heal this shame and let it go so that you can revisit this state of purity. Doing so helps you see every moment with fresh eyes and removes the filters that inhibit your light and love from coming forth. You are truly a child of God, so allow yourself to be that. Okay? Know that the things that you guys go through, whether they're good or bad, it's separate from who you are. You are not that bad thing that happened to you. It just happened. It's a moment in time, and it has to go. That's not who you are. Just like what I tell people, because I'm a personal trainer as well. I'm like, you're not fat. You have fat. There's a difference. You are not that. It just happened. It happened. Let it go. Stop letting it define you. If something, went wrong in the past, then just take it for what it is. Take the lessons that come with it and just let it go. Let it go. And it's okay. Realize that you literally can decide to be different right now. You can press pause in this video and be like, I'm different. And that's it. That's all it takes. It's just, don't do any of the bad habits that you had from the past. But you are who you are. And who you are is just like, that's something that a lot of people tend to lose, okay? Because like I said, we keep ourselves associated to all these bad things that happen to us, but don't let yourself be held back because of that. If you left someone or a job or a situation in the past because it didn't serve you, keep it moving. Don't say, well, what did I do wrong? Well, maybe if I did this or maybe I did that. Like, no, look at the bigger picture. Look at the bigger picture of who you are. Like, you're here in this world to, make changes, to help other people evolve. That's what you're here for. You're not here for this petty little shit. Something that may be bothering you now, it's not going to bother you, in a few weeks, months, years from now. So it's just keep that in mind. Life is always changing. So the only thing that we can do is love ourselves and who we are. Okay? So I love you guys so much, and I hope you're having a great July. And for those watching this in August, I hope you're having a great August. But I love you guys, and if you do need a personal reading, let me know. I'll leave everything in the description. Take care.